It's Joel again with some 45-inch reviews this time for JK Vintage. Now 45s, or 7-inch if you don't know, are the smaller version of vinyl, about yay sized. They usually come with about one song on each side. They play on any record player. Sometimes they have these holes in the middle and you need little adapters. Extremely easy to find, and basically they're made for singles and B-sides. Now I got quite a few I'm going to review for you this week. All going to be at JK Vintage, and I got a bunch of other ones as well, and you should go check them out. I myself love 45s because when you're not in the mood to really commit to an entire album, it's nice to just be able to put on singles and B-sides that you may want to listen to instead, and you just rotate them. These were used to be in jukeboxes for that exact reason. Starting out, we've got Banzai and their single Chinese Kung Fu. It's basically an instrumental. Other than the words huh, ha, and Chinese Kung Fu, it is all instrumental. Super funky, obvious Asian influences. The B-side is a disco version of it, very similar, but the guitar is a bit more jangly. Really catchy, just upbeat song. Very danceable. Overall, I'm a fan of it. Haven't listened to a lot of stuff from Banzai, but I like this. Second one we're going to listen to, Zapp. Now, Zapp is one of my favorite funk bands from the 70s and 80s. They use talk boxes on basically every song. It gives it a great feel. Super 70s, super funky. The first song on this, side A, is going to be Computer Love, Part 1, which is a little bit more on the R&B, soulful side of funk, but still a great song. They actually use some untalkboxed vocals on it as well, which they harmonize together. B-side of this is going to be More Bounce to the Ounce. A little repetitive as far as songs go, but for that kind of background music or that just club dance feel music that they had back in those days, it is perfect. Really catchy song. I like it. To be honest, I probably like it more than Computer Love. If you want to check it out, I would say go Google More Bounce to the Ounce by Zapp. It's well worth the listen. Next one we got is from Little Steven and the Disciples of Soul. Little Steven and the Disciples of Soul were an 80s, I guess you could call them a soft rock band. More pop rock, I guess would be a better classification for them. Side A is Forever. Big song. Probably one of their more popular songs. You may have heard it before. It's definitely worth going and checking out, giving it a quick little listen. I like it. It's probably my favorite song from the group. Side B, Caravan, is an instrumental, which is quite odd. They were not a very big instrumental band, and this song is actually very rare. Good luck finding, other than this, another version of it that's not just a live recording. And this is a studio recording, high quality. They put it together really well. It's originally a Duke Ellington piece, and it's kind of odd to have an 80s pop rock band cover a Duke Ellington piece. They do a great job of it. I really like it. Super Middle Eastern sounding, great drums, great guitar work over it as well. Our next 45 is from Susan Vega and DNA. It's the song Tom's Diner. I'm sure you've heard it. It's the catchy melody. Great song, all about being in a diner. Side A is Susan Vega's single version, which is good, off of her album. But side B, I actually prefer, and it is DNA handling the production with Susan Vega on vocals. Once again, they're very similar, but the DNA version, the production is just a bit deeper. The drums are a lot heavier. They come through a lot stronger. I prefer the DNA version myself. I'd say definitely check it out. As soon as you hear the melody, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's what he was talking about. I do recognize that. Moving on, Mr. Dick Hyman. Hilarious name, great artist. He did some of the earliest electronic music out there. He himself is a jazz pianist, but he uses Moog synthesizers on both sides of this 45, and it comes across very trippy. I love Moog synthesizers. I love the tonality that they have to them and all of the different ranges that they're able to cover. Side A is actually going to be the Minotaur. Great song, great melody. It kind of gets stuck in your head. I listened to it probably 6, 7 times in a row, honestly. I really liked it. And side B is the Topless Dancers of Corfu. It is a lot more Middle Eastern sounding. The drums are a bit more hook and loop, a bit more repetitive, but it's still a solid side. Once again, like I said, just not, in my opinion, as good as the Minotaur. I would definitely give the Minotaur a listen. It'll catch you off guard to hear jazz being played through a synthesizer with those kind of textures over top of it. And the final, and in my opinion, best 45 that we're gonna talk about this week is from Erasure. Erasure is an amazing pop synth band from the 80s, most known for the fact that their singer was a gay man in a time when very few artists were loud and proud about their sexuality. And their song on side A, Little Respect, is the piece de resistance. Their best, their Meisterwerk. It is an amazing song. Probably one of my, I'd say, top 20 songs of all time easily. I love it. It's insanely catchy. It gets under your skin. You'll catch yourself listening to it. I would say too often, if that was possible, to listen to it too often. But it's not possible because it's that good. That good. Side B is another pretty good song from them. I actually hadn't heard it prior to giving this 45 a listen. It's called like Ja 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 Gabor. The entire song is him saying how a woman wants to be this like insert female celebrity. He goes through quite a few different names, but the hook always comes back around to Ja Ja Gabor, though they add the extra Ja in there to make it Ja 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 Gabor. I don't know if it's supposed to be like Cha Cha Cha. I'm not 100% sure, but it is a great chorus. But A Little Respect, I mean, hands down, their best song, one of the best songs of the 80s, honestly. I can't get enough of the song. So once again, come on down, check out these songs. Remember, we got Erasure's 45 with the side A of A Little Respect. We got Dick Hyman, side A, The Minotaur. Super groovy, jazz, EDM from like the beginning, early 70s. Then we've got Tom's Diner from DNA featuring Susan Vega. Check it out for sure. We've got Chinese Kung Fu from Banzai. Great song. Give it a listen. You'll tap your toe. We've got Forever by Lil Steven and the Disciples. I mean, you can't be much more 80s than this in the best of ways, I do say. And finally, Zapp with Computer Love and More Bounce to the Ounce. Definitely check out these 45s and all the rest. They've got so many over at JK Vintage. Well worth flipping through the stacks, flipping through the crates, finding what you can. I'll be seeing you guys next week for some more record reviews. We may be going back to full 33s, but I'm not sure. But when I do know, you will know. Then, bing bong, adios.